Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good day, anywhere you may be all over the world. We are here this weekend, this Saturday, as we promised you that this year, 2026, will be an exciting year, a compliant year, a growth year, a successful year, progressing year, a year of great achievements for our individual, career, in our profession, in academics, and most importantly, for our business owners, entrepreneur, professionals. So this is Toast Consulting. So we are here this afternoon to give you a very important uh, topic, information to dissect it as our usual practice have been. We are tax advisor, tax consultant, tax expert, tax specialist, chartered accountant, CAC accredited agent, business consultant, business strategist. Anything about your business, we are number one. So feel free to reach out to us. And if you are joining us live this afternoon, if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Of course, refer to businesses as well. Yes, we appreciate all your support, right? From inception to this very moment, we appreciate you. And we say thank you very much. So, as you can see that, it's weekend. And weekend is, for exercise, for sports, and for recreational activity, for sporting activities. That is why you are seeing that I'm putting on this. It's not always about tie, shoe and everything. So this weekend is our sports weekend, and even though it's for sports, we will definitely still be showing up to give you exciting, information that you need to scale and thrive in your business. So thank you for joining us in today's live session. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us. And on a lighter note, I'm still putting on this jersey because today our dear country, Nigeria, they are playing against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. Yes, we are playing against the Desert Foxes of Algeria at this AFCON 2025. Yes, even though we are in 2026, but that tournament is AFCON 2025. It's hosted by Morocco. And so far, so good. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have been, delivering. Yes, they have been turning out very good results, excellent results, because in their group stage, they won all the 3 matches, which is fantastic. Fantastic. All the 3 countries that Super Eagles are meant to play against, we defeated all of them. Yes, we defeated all of them. And that is very commendable. Yes, so it's a lighter note, right? It's just to, make everything feel fun, right? The discussion of today, we want everything to feel fun because it's weekend, right? So Nigeria play against all their, 3 countries they were meant to play against in the group stage. So Super Eagles, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And they beat Mozambique, just like I've said, they beat Mozambique 4-0 at the round of 16. And today, against the Desert Foxes of Algeria, we have a very strong history against, history in our playing against Algeria, because we hosted, right, we've hosted the African Cup of Nations, and we defeated Algeria in 1980. And then Algeria also hosted, and then they defeated us as well. They hosted and they defeated us. So we have a strong history against each other, and we are believing that the Super Eagles, will put up a very good result in this quarterfinal that will be played, today. So we are praying for them and we are sharing them up. And then the results so far in the quarterfinal shows that, Morocco defeated Cameroon, which is surprising because Cameroon is a strong force when it comes to African Cup of Nations. And Morocco has only won it once. So they defeated Cameroon by 2-0, 2-0. And Senegal as well won, Mali 1-0. So today's match is Nigeria against Algeria, which we know that Nigeria will win. And then Egypt will be, filing out against Ivory Coast, that's Cote d'Ivoire. So whoever win in that match, then we'll play against them in the semi-final. So we are sharing them up. And then we just want to give you a little history about the African Cup of Nations. We are still coming to our discussion today because we are putting on this jersey, to show what is going on AFCON 2025. So the AFCON 2025, which we call African Cup of Nations, is the most coveted cup tournament in Africa, the continent of Africa. So it started in 1957. And since inception, 34 AFCON, have been, staged, have been played. And the winner so far, according to how many tournaments they've won, Egypt is number one. The Pharaohs of Egypt, they have won it 7 times. The Pharaohs of Egypt have won it for 7 times, so they are the highest winner of African Cup of Nations. Then followed by Cameroon. We call them the indomitable lion of Cameroon. So they've won it 5 times. And then we have Ghana, the Black Star of Ghana. So they've won it 4 times. Then we have Nigeria and then Cote d'Ivoire. They've won it 3 times, 3 consecutive times. So then Algeria and Democratic Republic of Congo have won it for 2 times. And these following countries have won it 1 time each. Ethiopia have won it once. Sudan have won it once. Congo Brazzaville have won it once. Morocco have won it once. And they are the host of this 2025 African Cup of Nations. So they've entered the semi-final. So we have South Africa too. They've won it once. Tunisia have won it once. Zambia have also won it once. And then Senegal has also won it once. So we are sharing the Super Eagles of Nigeria up against the Desert Foxes of Algeria in today's match. So the time is 7:38 p.m. today. So the match will start. So go on Super Eagle and claim your 4th African Cup of Nations at Morocco. So that is a little digression on today's, very important topic that we want to bring, to you. So the topic, as you've seen it, in the title of our live session today, is list of taxes and penalties for failure to comply in the Nigerian Tax Reform Act 2025. So the penalties. So we are ensuring that you are aware. If you are on this live session with us, please comment, give us a like, a love emoji, like, thumbs up and everything. We appreciate it. And let us know where you are watching us from on this live session. So if you have any questions as regards today's topic, please feel free to ask your question. We want to ensure that all our live sessions are engaging, are interactive, and they give you a clear understanding on every topic that we are treating on this Nigerian Tax Reform Act. So the list of taxes and penalty, and then failure when you fail to comply. So what are the penalties that are involved? So failure to register for tax, we will be giving you the session that these penalties are contained. So we'll be giving you the session. So failure to register for tax, even though we said that there are exemptions, but when we told you that there are exemptions, we are not saying that you should not register. You must register, because that registration is the first stage of your compliance process. So failure to register for tax, it is contained in section 100, section 100 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act. So the penalty is 50,000 for first month of default. If you fail to register for tax, individual taxpayer, business, corporate taxpayer. So the first month is 50,000 for failure to register, and then 25,000 for each subsequent month. You don't want to be found in all this. You don't want to be found in all this. Stay compliant. Compliance is an asset now. It gives you protection. Just like insurance for any business organization will insure all their business. So compliance will also insure you against penalty from the tax authority. So we have the video, right, on how you can register your team. In fact, so many people have been putting comments on that video of tax identification number registration, that wow, this is nice, thank you very much for putting this video out for us to know. So because we are definitely here to serve you, to inform you, to give you understanding that this Nigerian Tax Act is a win-win for you. It's not something that you should be afraid of. We have so many of our videos that we have put on our YouTube channel. Feel free to watch it and share it with people, and then of course refer us to businesses and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can. Thank you, Rosie Fernandez, for joining us. Thank you. Which country are you joining us from, Rosie Fernandez? Is it Spain? Is it Portugal? Is it Venezuela? Because I know some countries in the South America, they are also Spanish and Portuguese. So which country are you joining us from? Or is it Colombia? Which country? Please just put it in the comments. Let's share you. Let's announce you to the world that Rosie Fernandez is joining us on this live session. So if you are joining us on this live session, please put a comment. I like your video. Thank you, Rosie Fernandez. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you for your comments. We appreciate you. Please connect us with people around you there. Let them join our live session. Thank you. I like you. Thank you very much. So which country are you joining us from? If you are joining us on Damilare, thank you very much, Mr. Damilare. Thank you for joining this live session. So put it in the comments, which country are you joining us on this live session? Because we have all our clients, prospective clients, subscribers that are in different continents of the world. In Asia, do you like black? Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you, Rosie Fernandez. Thank you very much. So tell us which country you are joining us from on this live session. Tell people around you to join us on this live session. So the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they are playing against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. That is why we are putting on this jersey. We are rooting for our beloved country. I love this so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwadamilare. Which country and which state are you joining us on this live session from? So if you're on this live session, tell us which country you are joining us from and share with other people around you to connect to this live session. So we move on. The first penalty, we've just said it, failure to register for tax. The second one is awarding contracts to unregistered entities. Awarding contracts. We've said this over and over, and this cannot be overemphasized. We cannot overemphasize this, that you as a business, even though you are compliant, don't give business to an unregistered entities, unregistered business. And when we talk about unregistered business, even so, once they don't register for tax, they are still tagged as unregistered entity. So please, any business entity, organization that you are awarding contract or business to, make sure you ask for their tax identification number. Make sure that they are onboarded on e-tax platform before you do any business with them, because if you award that contract with them, the tax authority will fine you 5 million naira. It is huge. It is huge. Please, so awarding contract to unregistered entities is contained in section 100 subsection contract. Anytime you award them contract is 5 million. So statutory body company, please award contracts. Don't give business to an unregistered entities. Please avoid all this penalty and keep the money to scale your business. The second failure is failure to file returns. Failure to file returns. We've told you that filing is different from payment. Filing means that you are presenting your transactions. These are my transactions. You are filing it, right? You are presenting it to the tax authority, right? Why payment is after you have presented it, you filed it, you pay the appropriate taxes that are due on those transactions. So when you now fail to file, like for example today is the deadline for payee remittance, payee filing. Today is the deadline, 10th of January. So the payee deduction from your staff in December 2025 salary, the filing deadline is today. And we've brought you a video on tax obligations for January 2026. And on every month, we'll be bringing you live session video of filing obligations for each of the months in 2026. As the Lord keep us alive. So please, if you are joining us on our live session, please comment, ask question, give us a love, thumbs up, emoji, ask question, make it engaging, make it interactive, right? Thank you very much for staying true to us. So we move on. So failure to file section 101 Nigerian Tax Administrative Act is contained there, and the penalty is 100,000 for the first month. 100,000 for the first month of failing to file, and then 50,000 for each subsequent month. 50,000 for each subsequent month. Please, let's avoid all these, penalties. I don't know what you of Fernandez. We are actually a consulting firm, even though today their country Nigeria, they are playing a game. Today is Saturday, is weekend. So we make it a social weekend, a sporting weekend, but still then we are ensuring that we are giving you all this, live session, as regards the Nigerian Tax Administrative Act for this year 2026 that have taken effect already. So moving on, the next thing here is failure to keep or provide records. Failure to keep or provide records. So the failure to keep or provide records is contained in section 102. Is contained in section 102 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act. So if you fail to keep record, the penalty for individual taxpayer is 10,000 for individual taxpayer, and for corporate entity, for companies, is 50,000. Remember, we've told you, keep all your business transactions record. If you don't have accounting software, use Excel to record all your business transactions. Keep receipts, keep invoice, keep your bank statement, keep all your source documents, keep them. So but if you fail to keep them, for individual taxpayer is 10,000 and for companies is 50,000. Please, let's avoid all these penalties. So that is why we are here to give you all this information. So if you are joining us this live session, please subscribe, like, comment, give us a like, emojis, and refer us to businesses to join us in this live session. So moving on, refusal to grant access for deployment of technology. Refusal to grant access for deployment of technology is contained in section 103 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act. And what is the penalty? Penalty is 1 million first day after notice. Once they give you notice and you fail, the first day is 1 million, and then 10,000 day thereafter. On each day that you fail to comply is 10,000. Please, you don't want to be found in all these, issues. Please, let's comply. Let's comply. Then moving on is failure to use required fiscalization. Right? The e-invoice system has been introduced. It has been introduced, and the large entities, they've gone through their own implementations, and every entity registered must also implement this e-invoicing system. So failure to comply with this is contained in section 104 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act, and penalty is 200,000 plus 100% of tax due. If you fail to implement this fiscalization of e-invoicing, is 200,000 plus 100% of the tax due, plus interest as the CBN monetary policy rate. Please, let's avoid all these penalties. Let's avoid them. Then moving on is failure to deduct tax at source. Failure to deduct tax at source is contained in section 105. Section 105 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act. So if you fail to deduct tax at source, and this tax deduction at source, before you pay, the contractor, the vendors, the suppliers, you must deduct withholding tax. So if you fail to do that, penalty is 40% of the amount that was not deducted. You will be charged 40% in addition to the amount that you did not deduct. Please, let's avoid these penalties. Then moving on, failure to make attribution. Failure to make attribution is contained in section 106, and the penalty is reported practice, approximately 1 million administrative penalty, and this may vary by regulations. So how about transaction? Thank you, Mr. Oluwadamilare, for your question. How about transaction done at one time or the other, but when checking, it becomes difficult to view 2 years and above transactions and receipts in order to avoid arguments? Okay? Like we've said, that any transactions that you are, so make sure you analyze all your transactions. You give proper description for them. And if all these transactions have taken place and there was no proper narration for them, right? So you can get the receipts of those. So put transaction, classify them separately based on what you've used them for. So that is what will bring about reduction in arguments or confusion about those transactions. So if you are giving money to anybody, put a description on it to avoid issues, right? To avoid issues. So I think that will really, help. That will really help to avoid arguments. So I hope, our explanation I've given on that, questions. So any transaction you've done before now that they have not been narration, just get the receipt of it, right? And use it to classify them from your bank statement if you have. And if you don't have, maybe you usually do like maybe 10,000 airtime and you see all those transactions, right? You can easily know that, okay, this one is for airtime. If it is for transport, you will know. Maybe it's 20,000, 15,000. You will classify them based on the amount that you usually do on each of those expenses. So that will give clarity on all those argument and confusion. Thank you very much for your question, Mr. Oluwadamilare. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask as we are dissecting the. Moving on from there, we have failure to remit tax deducted or self-accounted. So if you fail to remit tax you've deducted or to self-accounted yourself, there is a penalty for it. It is contained in section 107. Section 107. And the penalty is amount not remitted is the penalty. Then we have 10% per annum administrative penalties on unremitted amounts. Then we have interest at prevailing CBN monetary policy rate, that's MPR. There will be interest that will be charged on that penalty. Then we have on conviction up to 3 years imprisonment or fine not less than principal due plus up to 50% extra or both. Please, you don't want to be found in all these issues. Okay, I've seen your question, Mr. Oluwadamilare. Okay, OPay refused to show those transactions that have been done beyond a year. What is the solution to this? Yes, all these fintech app, yes, there's a way, you can get all your bank statements, right, from inception till date. So what you will do is that if you have been using the fintech bank, right, like OPay, Moneypoint, Kuda, all those bank, just set 12 months, right? Set first 12 months and get the statement out for the year that you want to get it out from. Maybe for 2024 now, you just do January to December 2024, get it out. Then January to December 2025, get it out, right? Because there are some of these banks that will not give you more than 12 months of the bank statement. So that is how to resolve it. Because most of them, you may not easily get, their office close by to where you are. But if you have their office close to where you are, you can easily walk to their office and they will give you all the bank statement. And all these regular banks like GT, Zenith, Access, First Bank, right? Most of them, you may not be able to get like 3 years straight bank statement, except maybe you go into the bank and then request them to send it to your email. And another thing you can also do, if that is not working, send them an email that you want your bank statement from this also period, either 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, any years that you have been transacting with them. Request for it and they will send it to your email address that you have registered with the bank. Definitely, they will send it to you. Yes, they will send it to you. We know of that one very well. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you for staying through on this live session of dissecting the taxes, the list of taxes and their penalties, in this Nigerian Tax Reform Act. So moving on, we have failure to attend to demands, requests or notices. The tax authority, they give, notice, they send letter, they send email for businesses, for taxpayers that are not compliant. They send it to them So once they send it to you, you must reply either by email or by another letter and send it back to them. If you don't do that, it shows that you know you don't want to comply. Yes, you don't want to comply. So it is contained in section 108. So if they send you failure to attend to demands, if they send it to you, please make sure you respond. Make sure we have represented our clients in that line. They've sent letters, they sent email, and then we have to like go and meet them, go for a meeting with them and respond to them. You must respond to them. So penalty for failure to do this is 100,000 for first day of default and 10,000 for each subsequent day. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. When the tax authorities send you an email or letter, please make sure you respond to them. And we are here to serve you. Tax expert, tax advisor, tax consultant. Reach out to us. Reach out to us. We are here to represent you in any of your business compliances, taxes, audit, accounting, CAC. CAC filing for 2025 is on. We've sent emails, right? We've sent it out. We've put a video here as well on the compliances that are on for this January 2026. Please, let's comply. Compliance is now an asset. It protects you. It protects you from issues with the CAC, with taxes, with your business, industry, regulatory authorities. It protects you. Please, let's comply. Thank you for staying through on this live session. So moving on quickly, we have non-compliance by virtual asset services providers. Those that are offering virtual assets, selling. Thank you for that emoji. We appreciate it. Thank you. Got the point. Appreciate. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwadamilare. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So any question at all you have, Leonel Ramos, thank you very much for joining us today again. I remember you joined us in one of the live sessions. Yeah, now from from Venezuela, right? Leonel Ramos from Venezuela, right? Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for putting up that love emoji. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And for staying true to us on this live session. So the reason why I'm putting on this jersey is because the Super Eagles of Nigeria, we all know Nigeria all over the world. We are playing against the Desert Foxes of Algeria in this 2025. Yes, it's 2025, even though we are in 2026, African Cup of Nations in Morocco. So we are playing against the Desert Foxes. We are playing against the Desert Foxes of Algeria today in the quarterfinal of the African Cup of Nations. So that is why, and today is Saturday, it's a social weekend, it's a sporting weekend. Even though we are bringing you information about your businesses, about your compliances, but we want to make it very fun, interactive. That's why you are seeing us like this. So thank you, Lionel Ramos, for joining us again in today's live session. Please, you can put it in the comment from Venezuela, Lionel Ramos, and Mr. Oluwadamilare from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us as well. And if you are joining us, please put a comment where you are joining us from, and let's share you up to the whole world, to the globe, right? We are all over. As you know, this live session is going on. People in Australia are watching us. Of course, from our continent, Africa here, they are watching us. From Lagos, Nigeria, they are watching us. From every part of the states in Nigeria, across Africa, they are watching us. In Europe, they are watching us. In South America, in North America, in Central America, in Asia, in the Oceania, in the Australia. We are all live because this is a global, stage, and we are a global business consulting firm. So thank you very much for staying true to us on this live session. So moving on quickly, we said non-compliance by virtual asset service provider. So there are some businesses that they are on the online platform. Maybe they are selling their products, selling all their services virtually, right? So people order for it, virtually, maybe on Seller or any of the platform that they have put, or maybe on their website, right? So all those digital assets, once they cross the threshold, Fraye, thank you very much for joining us on this live session. We appreciate you. Please, you can put it in the comments where you are joining us from. Fraye, thank you. So I hope I got that correctly. So where are you joining us from on this live session? We're actually dissecting. Yes, I'm putting on the Super Ego of Nigeria today, but then, we are also dissecting the penalties in the Nigerian tax, act for 2025. So please tell us where you are joining us from. Thank you very much for staying through with us on this live session. So for those that are selling virtual, products, virtual assets, so there are penalties for virtual assets that are failing to comply, with the tax. So it is contained in section 109, and the penalty is 10 million for first month of non-compliance and 1 million for each subsequent month, plus possible suspension / revocation of license by SEC. That's the authority in charge of those, virtual assets. Please, on this live session, we appreciate you. So moving on quickly, this live session, we appreciate you. So moving on quickly as we are beginning to round off, is failure to stamp administrative act. So stamp duty failure to put stamp duty on your document. We have 10% of the unpaid duty plus interest at CBN monetary policy rate. Please, let's avoid all these penalties. Let's avoid them. So we have failure to disclose facts in dutiable instruments. Failure to disclose facts in dutiable instruments. So this is contained in section 111 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act, and the penalty is 10% of the unpaid duty. 10%, that's penalty of 100,000 of administrative penalty, or on conviction fine of 50,000, or imprisonment up to 3 years of life session. Ask your question. We are rounding off now. Then we have failure to notify change. So section 112, penalty is 100,000 for first month and 5,000 for each subsequent month. Then each subsequent month. Then another penalty is fraud in relation to stamps. Fraud in relation to stamps, section 103. Section 103, and the penalty is fine of at least 2 million or imprisonment up to 3 years or both. Please, let's avoid all these penalties. Then we have other criminal style offences. Other criminal style offences. So many other offences have specific penalty, fines or jail times, including number 1, offence by unauthorized or authorized or unauthorized person, right? There's an hefty penalty on that. If an unauthorized person is doing anything on your behalf, there's a penalty. Then inducement of tax officer, there's fines plus possible imprisonment when you induce tax officer. So you have fines and possible imprisonment. Then use of weapon during tax offence. Use of weapon during tax offence, that is extreme. There will be imprisonment, longer terms. Then impersonation, obstruction, aiding, abetting, false declaration, false refund and claims. There is a fine and imprisonment depending on the severity. Then the last but not the least, as we are rounding off, is general penalty. and this is contained in section 127 of Nigerian Tax Administrative Act. And the penalty is if an offence is not expressly provided for elsewhere in the act, there will be a fine of 1 million or imprisonment up to 3 years or both. Please, let's avoid all this penalty as we are just starting this year 2026 on our businesses and individual taxpayer. So the summary of everything now is failure to register. We've said that there's a 50, which is contained in section 100 of NTAA. There's a penalty of 50,000 plus 25,000 for each. To file return is section 101, and the penalty is 100,000 plus 50,000 for each month of non-compliance. Then failure to keep records. Business taxpayer, keep your record. Everybody, keep your record of your transactions. Put narrations and descriptions where necessary. So the penalty is 10,000 for individual taxpayer and 50,000 for companies. Then if you refuse technology access to the tax authority, is contained in section 103 and the daily penalty. Then fiscalization non-use for the e-invoicing is section 100% tax plus interest, and the penalties that are involved in this Nigerian Tax Act for we comply. Compliance is an asset, and paying unnecessary penalties on what we should. So this is John Consulting and for CAC for your business compliance. So we are here, to serve you, to work with you. Thank you very much. I recommend the contract of thank you for someone and deposit. The balance is okay. I deliver on my own commission. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It depends on your agree. Of course, when you are doing something from the beginning, it's good to make your intention known. Make your intention known. If anything you want to do, agree from the beginning, and not just only agree by verbal word of mouth. Agree with message, right? If you are not using any official document, you can send a WhatsApp message to show that. You can send an email to show that. And if you are a business organization that you are registered, you know that definitely you cannot be giving contract without a document. So if you are giving me, like for example, somebody reached out to us and said, he might be giving us clients and all of that, what will be his own, benefits in trying to refer, and we said, we'll give you that. So we'll put it in writing, in documents. Either we send an WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp can also be used as official. You can send a WhatsApp message. Please, this folder I'm giving to you, I'll be entitled to 10% of it, 5%, 15%, right? Let your intention know. It's not bad, right? It's not bad. It is business, right? Business is business. Even if it is to your relation, to your relatives, to family, to church, to your colleagues, your friends, tell them this contract I'm giving to you, right? I will get 10% from it for my efforts, for what I'm doing to get it out, to talk to people, to process this, to process that. You tell them, right? Tell them, feel free, right? It's a world of business, right? We are all doing one thing or the other, personally, in business, right? To make it, right? We are all contributing one thing or the other as we live in our daily life, right? To impact other people, to make change, to make, money, legitimate money, legally, right? So make your intention known is best from the beginning. But if you have not done it and the work has already started, right? Tell the person, right? Politely, professionally, that, oh, we've done this, we've done that, right? Please, on this work, on this project, my commission. And if that person is a reasonable person too, you should not be annoyed for that. You should not. In fact, there are some people that will give us business that they will not even know that we will give them something. And at that, when that business is done and everything, right, we will tell them, please take this for giving us that business. Take this. We are transparent. We are transparent, and we make things to be a win-win. So anybody that wants to make progress individually as business, right, you must know that anybody that is contributing one thing or the other to you, they are giving you business and all of that. They are telling people about your business, and those people are giving you business contracts, right? You should know that you should give them something. Even if they have not agreed with you, you should give them something. But there are some people that they don't. They will not shake at all. They will not shake at all. So all those kind of people, right, tell them from the beginning. Anybody at all, tell them from the beginning. So I'm doing this, I'm giving you this project, this is my commission on it and all of that. Tell them. Tell them. So if you have not told them before, you can still tell them now. Tell them now. So it's not out of place. It's not illegal. There are commissions. Yes. In business world, there are commissions. People pay commissions to people. Yes, for giving them one thing or the other. And even if I'm not giving you the money, right, I can repay it to you in another way. We have somebody that we are serving. We are doing some things for them. Even though we will not charge them the standard rate, because we know that this person will recommend us to another people and we make that money. So you can make that money elsewhere, right? So you can pay in kind or in cash. In kind means that whatever they will give you in return, you will just use that one to let it, flow with it. So I recommend another work for someone. He gave, okay, I don't want any one of them to think, okay, business, another person only, okay. So just agree with them. Thank you very much. Just agree with them from the beginning, right? You yourself too, you will look at a reasonable rate. I don't want to disclose our own on air, right? Because it's a business secret, right? So, but then anybody giving us anything, right, we put a percentage for them. Yes, give them a percentage. Give them a percentage on the whole amount. We are even doing it on the whole amount. Give them percentage on it, commission on it. So please just agree with them. In fact, we are very transparent, and that is good for us. We tell them that, oh, if you are giving us this business, we'll give you this in return. And once we execute it, we send it to them without them even following up with us. It's something we love to do, because we want everybody to be part of what we are doing. Like, as you are online now, you are part of what we are doing, directly or indirectly, right? Directly or indirectly. And any one of you that you are on this platform, if you give us any business, you are entitled. So you are subscribers, you are followers, you are our clients, prospective clients. We will give you. If you refer us to businesses, we will give you. So we are all stakeholders, right, to make progress together. So thank you, Mr. Oluwadamilare, for all your questions. And we believe that you've gained value in today's live session. You've gained value. So individual business owner, corporate business owner, please make sure that if you are giving anybody projects or you are transacting with anybody, have an agreement. Written and not just verbal, written agreement, either WhatsApp, either email, either on documents, paper, have it, right? It is binding for you. And no reasonable person will have an agreement in business or in any other thing that will now, default or go against that agreement. It's not reasonable. So thank you very much for joining us on this live session. We appreciate you, and we are rooting for Nigeria in today's quarterfinal AFCON match against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. So we believe that you've gained value in this live session. Please refer us to people. We are a global, business consulting firm. Yes. And if you have products, you want to advertise on this platform, yes, please let us know, and we showcase it to the world for you. Let us know. If you have a product, right? Good product, good services, whatever you are doing, let us know. Definitely we charge you, because we are putting your product on a global stage. We just charge you a reasonable amount, right, for that. So put your products, on this, global platform all over Nigeria, Africa, Europe, any continent of the world. Bring your legal, legitimate products, right? You can email us, you can WhatsApp us, you can call us, let us know about your products, and we can, put it out there for you, for people, to know about your business and what you do. So thank you very much. So I believe that, nobody's asking any question again, because we are rounding off, already. So thank you for joining us. Please share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as we promise you that on this platform, we'll definitely be showing up here, right, to give you information, to enlighten you, to partner with you, to be your growth business support partner. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. So until we come on this live session again, please stay compliant and pray for our country, Nigeria, as we play against Desert Foxes of Algeria to claim our fourth AFCON tournaments 4 times on a row. Please. Okay, thank you very much. We will stay true to you, right? You can ask your question, Mr. Oluwadamilare, because we are here to also, enlighten you and give you clarity on anything that is giving you, confusion or bothering you, your business. Yes, you can ask your question. Thank you very much. So Mr. Oluwadare have been joining us from the inception of this live session, and we'll definitely ensure that we answer his question before we round off this live session. Okay. So are you fine now with all that we've said? Are you okay? So, because we want to round off now, please let us know. It's a live session. Thank you from Nigeria, from Lagos, for joining us today live session. Thank you from Africa, from any country in the Africa, in Europe, in South America, North America, Central America, in the Oceania, in the Asia, in the Australia. Thank you very much. Okay, so I believe Mr. Okay. Yes. Okay, that last question. Yes, I don't want to read it verbal. Okay, today I recommended another work for someone. He gave me, immediately out of the amount. I don't want any one of them to think I'm just after, okay, on the amount business another person only gave me. Okay, yes, we've actually provided answer to it, that whenever you are doing business with anybody, have an agreement, right? Have an agreement with them. So once you have an agreement with them, it is binding on the person and on you as well. So either it's the person that will be paying you commission on the contract you have given to the person, or the person will be collecting commission from you on the contract he has given you. Just have an agreement. Just have an agreement. And you, as a business person, you are doing one thing or the other, have a written agreement for your business, that okay, if somebody give us contract, we are going to give that person this amount, this percentage. Have it. Do you understand now? It's a strategy. It's an asset for you, right? Because you don't know who is who. You don't know somebody now, they can give you a contract worth millions, millions, millions. They can give you millions. And if somebody give you a contract worth millions, are you saying that from all the profit that you are going to make, you will not even shake body and give that person anything? No, now that will not be reasonable for you as a business person. Because if you provide that, if I give you contract, you give me a percentage, I will say, oh wow, 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 this is nice. So I can always give this person contract and I'll get something legally, legitimately. So have it written down. So we call it policy. Business, so we call it policy, business policy. So it's a win-win for you. Write it down. If I give you contract, right, you give me this percentage from the contract. If I give you contract, if you give me contract, so have it written down. And if you are dealing with individual people that are just, unstructured, give you this and you give them this, please have a written agreement. WhatsApp message is fine, right? Just write it down, right? Write it down. So I think, that will solve, any disagreement, or making me to feel like maybe because I asked you to give me commission on the contract I give you, that I'm not doing well. No, it's not like that. The contract I'm giving you, you are making money from there too if you execute it. So if I get the contract and I remember you that, oh, you are doing this, and I give it to you, I should be able to get something. Yes, it's legal, it's legitimate, it's sensible, it's reasonable. Yes. Thank you for, all these questions, Mr. Oluwadamilare. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Yes, we've provided clarity on everything. Yes, we've provided clarity on everything. You said you recommended a contract of, we don't want to say the amount on air, right? Of the amount for someone this also day. The deposit of this amount already paid. The balance is this amount at the delivery of the project. I want to know if it's wrong to demand for my own commission. We said that it is not wrong. Okay, the balance is 70k at the delivery of the project. I want to know. Okay, so let the balance be paid first at the delivery. Yes, okay, I now understand you now. Let the balance be paid first. Yes. Even we ourselves, if you give us contract, the balance will be paid first before you can give you commission, because we cannot be giving you commission on the capital, on the cost of the work. No. It is when the full amount have been paid. Do you understand now? Yes, it is reasonable that way. Let the balance be paid first. Let the balance be paid first. before you request for your commission or whatever you have agreed with the person. So I hope that is clear, Mr. Oluwadamilare. Let the balance be paid first. Yes. So even we ourselves, if you give us contract, right, the balance must be paid first, right, before we give you the commission we have agreed. It is normal, it is reasonable, right? It is reasonable. Yes, let the balance be paid first. Let the balance be paid first. So please let us know, Mr. Oluwadamilare, if this uh, answer your questions. If this answer your question, please let us know. We are rounding off already. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for staying through on this live session. We appreciate you. So you can see that this live session has also provided a practical, answer to, what is bothering, our subscriber and viewers, those that are connected to us, businesses. We have been able to provide them clarity on their questions on today's live session. So, Mr. Oluwadamilare, we are not seeing your response, so we believe that, all our answer have provided, clarity to your questions. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on this live session. If you want us to showcase your project, your product to the world, feel free to reach out to us. I'll be able to put out your product to the world for people to, patronize you from any continent of the world. Thank you very much. My name is Oluwatosin Maja, and I'm a chartered accountant, your business, partner, your business growth support partner, and we are here to work with you in this year 2026 to get things right in your business, to try to scale, to succeed, to excel, to make progress beyond what you've done before. So until we meet your way again in another live session, please stay blessed and remain compliant. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Bye.